Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And some space here. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big run that time by Elliott. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Prescott looks to throw on first. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Elliott. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Now Trubisky on first down. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Look. We go. Let's go.
Again, it's Trubisky. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Parkey with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Prescott from the gun on third. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
You blitzing?
30.
You blitzing? Let's go.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 70 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident.
Come here.
Now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over
Taylor Gravy
at the
out the daggone
39-yard
equation,
line.
and we're going to get your ass, boy.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Now Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
46. Going to 50 for Wyatt.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Third and long for Prescott. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. Taken in at the 11. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Trubisky will throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end and take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like when they were trying to get that, even though they weren't successful.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Trubisky now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's first and 10. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Trubisky will come up here first and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Trubisky to throw again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Flushed out right. Now Trubisky lost the football. And the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. The quick slant cut. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Jackson now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to fire one deep. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. The Bears in good field position to start out, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And Parkey's kick is good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Second down, Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson of the carry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Good. 46. 26.
They'll run with Elliott, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Here's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Let's go. Red, up. Sit up. 180. Sit up.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain.
Red, up. Move.
On 2nd down, Trubisky eluding the pressure. Oh, no, he lost the football. But the Bears have to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st down, Trubisky. He sets to fire deep, and this is caught inside the 5.
Come on,
he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They give him a gain of 37. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears will extend their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now it's Trubisky going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, they run with Howard. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but it's denied as he tried to get...
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal.
You see it?
They come out here in the eye. On 3rd and goal, Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One last shot now for Prescott. This one caught left side by Cooper. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them. and continue to get better at what they do, but they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.